Of course. What do you expect? What do you expect? Of course they don't want you to know. Deep down inside, you know. You tapped in. You're connected. You're coming from source. Like, what do you expect? Of course they don't want you to know. You gotta find that out. You have to do your part. You gotta do better in your daily activities, and the way you talk to yourself, and the way you treat others, and the way you see others, the way you operate on your day-to-day. Yeah, it's not easy. But that's where they get you, or that's where they get us. It's by not having that awareness in our day-to-day that allows us to operate differently and get different results. It's on us. It's definitely on us. But yeah, definitely, we are the creators. We are more in control than we know, we think, we're aware of. We're so in control. Man, some of the things I used to visualize and think about, and, wouldn't it be nice? And sure enough, I found myself in that same exact situation. And I'm like, man, if only I thought of something else. But that's what I need, just a little bit of a touch to remember and realize it's like, oh, it's me. It's no one else. No one to blame. It's me. And once you have that awareness, once you have that experience, then you're more aware to adjust and make those changes and be more clear. But it takes work. It takes work. Here's some things you got to do in order to be more aware of this and more in control. And one of the things you got to do is control what you eat. You have to control what you eat, because that's really going to affect how you think and how you feel. Literally. It's something you do every day. Master it. Master it. You're basically going to consume nutrients, energy from source into your body, and it's going to affect you, whether you believe it or not. If you don't believe it, this channel's not for you. Seriously, this channel's not for you if you can't believe that. What you consume affects you 100%. So, control what you eat. Second thing you got to do to realize that you're the creator, that you're from source, is to avoid distractions. Gotta avoid those distractions. Media, family, friends, gossip, a lot of distractions. And it's hard. I ain't gonna say it's easy. It's hard. It's difficult. But to realize you're creating your world, to realize that what you think about is magnetizing towards you, you have to do your part and avoid those distractions, because things will sway you. Things will sway you into different directions where people will be like, oh no this, and oh no that, and I heard this, and then little do you realize, like, it's planting a seed within you, and as time goes along, you're subconsciously growing that seed. And that's why you had to avoid distractions. You had to avoid the gossip, the mainstream news, these stories and angles that these pages tell. It's on you. Why do you need to listen to that stuff? You're a source. You're connected to the source. Like, the creator gives you everything you need, everything you want. And now we're focused on fear. We're focused on limit. We're focused on lack, scarcity. It's like, I've caught myself, this is what I'm talking about. I've caught myself being hypocritical. Saying I'm in faith and I believe and this and that. But then my actions don't reflect that. My actions don't reflect it. Whose fault is that? Mine. Letting these seeds into my mind. So avoid those distractions. What's important, whatever is important, like you have to know, will find you. And it'll find you in a different manner, in a different frequency, and a different approach than the usual way. But yeah, you have to be careful about who you surround yourself and what messages they're relaying to you, because it does affect you. Now, lastly, they don't want you to know and they distract you. Obviously, there's a bunch of fast food places, and if you consume it, it's really going to affect how you think and feel. The other one, I would have to say, distractions, that's what you consume, and I would have to say your fitness, for sure. Sometimes you got to move this temple, you got to move this body, you have to operate it and maintain it, keep it clean, show it some love, and the reason I say that is because that's all we have in this universe. This is all we have. This is what we come with, is our temple, is our body, right? That's why they say your body is a temple. That's all you have, that car, those clothes, the bed, like all these amenities. It's like, it ain't ours. It's not ours. It's the universe's. It's God's. It's the Creator's. It ain't yours. It ain't mine. We ain't taking it with us when we gone. So what we do have is what we were given at birth, which is this temple, this body to walk around in and move this brain in and experience this world and see it. That's ours. And it's our responsibility to maintain it, to take care of it, to show love for it. Because the universe is watching. Are you taking care of what I've given you? That's what the universe is asking and watching for. Are you taking care of what I've given you? You're asking for more. You want more. You want to experience this. You want to experience that. You have this vision. Are you taking care of what I've given you? And if the answer is no, then the universe is going to be like, well, why should I give you some more? That was one huge lesson I had to learn. And it had to do with gratitude. Taking care of this temple, had to do with gratitude. I had to express my gratitude of my temple, what I was given with that birth. And it took a while, but I really had to dial it down. Set a routine, be committed, and actually push myself. You know what? And I got some results. I ain't gonna lie. I got some results. I had to do with the food, but that's for a different video. But this has to do with you realizing that you're the creator, you're the source, but you have to do your part. You gotta do your part. It ain't gonna be handed over easily. And that's what everyone thinks. But that's why this world has what it has, is because it's derailing you from that source. It's derailing you from that sacredness of connection. And it's your job. It's your job. To wake up, to detach from a lot of these physical, instant gratification, artificial distractions, false pleasures. And, it's funny, even the AI knows it. It's like, it's out of all the information it has, it knows. It knows. It's really aware. It's really aware of it. And to change your life, you have to be aware of it. Like the way I'm operating now than I was before is totally different. And it has to do with my realization, with my awakening of me being the creator of my world. Me having access to the source creator within me, nothing outside of me, within me. It's realizing that power. We all have it. We all do. But you have to realize that the more people that are not connected, the more people that are not aware, the people that have more a little bit of fear and a little bit of fear and scarcity, they want that. They want that. And you know what? There's people that are just, they don't know. They're unaware. They don't know, and they just naturally do things that derail other people. Just because that's the thing to do. You know, talk about others, make fun of others, rather than focusing on self, solving your own problems, getting more connected to source, you know, getting more healthier, you know, connecting with your temple, your body, your spirit. So definitely they don't want you to know, but you gotta do your part. Again, I'm gonna keep reiterating this. You have to do your part. You're more in control than what you think. Those thoughts are powerful. It's like you don't see Wi-Fi, but you believe in it. You don't see it. You don't see one little like laser or particle floating in the air, but it's there. It's there. So now imagine your thoughts. You don't see that. You don't see that frequency. You don't see none of the particles floating in the air, but it's there. It's sending out. You know, if you look at the sun, the moon, the stars, all rotating in unison, you don't see no strings. You don't see no radiation, gravitational, like solar pouncing vibrational waves keeping it intact. No. There's an invisible, there's a frequency, there's a vibration, there's a magnetic pulse. There's a magnetic pull that's keeping it all together. And that's what you're a part of. That's what we're all a part of, honestly. We're all a part of it. Even the animals, nature, everything. So, they don't want you to know, but you got it. It's you. It's within you. Stop searching without. I'll be making more of these videos, so let's get to it. All right, on to the next. Peace.